the Brahmas coming up in Dallas next weekend. 3-game series over there. That'll be fun. You know, if you guys have a chance, give it a watch.
Yeah, and really, what's it like having such a good crowd for all these NA free AHL games? Because I've been to a few of them myself now so far, and that place is packed every single time I've gone there.
Yeah, I mean, it really gets the boys going. We really have a good fan base who comes out, and they get the barn packed and get it really riled up, and the boys get super excited, and we've got a really good energy on the bench, and we really want to play for ourselves, but also for the fans who show up every night and really make it a good environment.
Yeah. Well, it's great having you join us here. Appreciate you, and
Yeah,
best of luck
course.
to you and the boys.
Appreciate it. All right. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you. Well, we're getting ready to get back underway here for the start of the third period. Wranglers returning with 1:18 on a power play and an opportunity to make it a 2-goal lead. Well, we'll take a quick second to look at scores around the league, and again, apologies about the YouTube audio-only feed kind of just crashing there for a second. We do have that fixed, so if you know of anybody who is watching, well, sorry, listening, I should say to that, it is now back up, so take a second here to get this going, and now we got some scores around the league we can update everybody on. Well, the El Paso Rhinos are running away with things here at the Blazers Ice Center, 7-3 with 8:32 left in the third period. And last night there was a total combined shot tally of 103. Well, they're not going to beat that, but they're having quite a little bit of a shootout going still. 41 shots for OKC, 36 for El Paso. So both those netminders have had a lot of pucks flying their way. Well, you want to talk about other close games. Shreveport Mudbugs and Corpus Christi Ice Rays are tied at 1 apiece with 11:10 left in the third period. Lone Star Brahmas still hanging on to a 2-0 lead over the New Mexico Ice Wolves. 16:02 left in the third period. And then take a look at some other scores here. The Minnesota Wilderness at home hosting the Wisconsin Wendigo. That one's tied up at 2 apiece with 15:08 left in the third. Aberdeen Wings currently up 3-1 over the Minot Minotauros after 2. Well, and the Springfield Junior Blues and Janesville Jets are in a little bit of an exciting matchup right now. 2:37 left in the third period. It is tied up at 3 apiece. Well, welcome on back, folks. The Odessa Jackalopes back out onto the ice as netminder Kevin Jones prepares his crease. I'm sure everybody has made the joke about these sweaters for the Jackalopes. I've seen everything from Eye of Sauron to it looks like the average GX browser logo. But you know what? Honestly, sometimes simple and clean is the way to go. I mean, I don't have any personal issue with them. I think they're actually kind of clean. I like the color scheme. So, and you know what? Sometimes it's always good to mix it up a little bit, mix things up, and you know, you don't always need to go with your tried and true logo. And I think the color scheme is just really nice as well. Not that usual color scheme you would expect out of the Odessa Jackalopes, and I think that's what I like about it, is it's a little bit more out there. Well, 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 it is time for everybody's favorite period of hockey, the third period. This is where everything just means a little bit more. Goals just mean a little bit more. shots, block shots, saves, they are all amplified in a third period, especially in a close game like this. 1:18 of a power play for your Wranglers to start this one off. And a puck side up. It's Giosi with it. Giosi, he's got Jacobs, finds Jacobs, denied by Gerard. Wranglers on the back foot to start, but Gerard able to extend that pad out, keep the puck out of the back of the net. Jackalopes almost with a shorthanded. And Haggerty sending this one into the corner. Couple bodies tied up down low in the corner. Jackalopes sending this one all the way down. Gerard leaves it for Ogle. 40 seconds now of a power play. And a bouncing puck. Everybody kind of losing it. McPherson sending it into the corner. Smith to the loose puck. Smith gonna get left by Ogle. Is now Rusega. Had this one cut out. Krzyzkowski had it. Krzyzkowski burning some time there. And on the penalty of Nicholas Arrington, now Azadi into the zone. Weaves his way through. Poked away. And Wranglers unable to keep this one in yet again. Maybe one last ditch effort here. Miller to Azadi. Man out of the box. Esnev was looking for a one-timer. Now the Jackalopes the other way. And a loose puck in the crease held on to now by Gerard. .18:33, and well, that was an important power play and PK for both these sides. For the Jackalopes, they've got to feel pretty good about giving themselves a platform after killing that one off, keeping it a one-goal game. Jedler and Thomas on the face-off here inside of the Wranglers zone. Well, Fortin had to take the place of Jedler there, and a shot. This one sent just a little bit wide. Hedquist. Now Fortin feeding this one out of the zone. Larson turning on the afterburners. Tying up Ishbrantz in the corner. Ishbrantz kicks it a little bit. And Jackalopes looking to kickstart offensive zone trip here. Just a lot of back and forth now. Ishbrantz. And a shot. Everybody kind of lost it, but Gerard able to hang on to it. That's a big save there for Gerard to have to make. Bolger sending this one into the opposite corner. Azadi with it. Azadi into the zone. As Bollinger feeds it. Bollinger shot just a little bit high there from Bollinger. Now Jackalopes to the puck. So they're going to chip this one into the corner. Hedquist trying to lay a hit. Hedquist battling for it. And he got a man getting rocked onto the net. And the water bottle of Gerard is now laying there in the crease. Got a face-off now inside the Wranglers zone here. Puricelli and Azadi on the face-off here. Puricelli winning this one. Scoops up his own puck. Barry having to send this one out of the zone. Good pressure there from Bollinger. And puck's going to go up and out of play here, so we'll get a face-off in just a second. Well, they're going to be taking this one to center ice. Jadler and Puricelli on the face-off. Wranglers controlling this one. Poe, the loose puck in his own zone. Barry scooping up the puck on the wings. looking for a feed. Jadler sending this one into the corner, and we're going to get a whistle here now. Icing as we'll get a face-off inside the Wranglers zone in just a second here. Jacobs and Gentler on the face-off here inside the Wranglers zone. Jacobs winning this one, trying to kick it down into the corner. Jacobs held up in the corner by Pogue. Gyoshi trying to help out. Gentler battling for this one. Now scooped up and out by Domakievs. Domakievs feeding this one into the corner. Toms to loose puck. Jacobs. A little bit of give and go here for the Jackalopes. Jacobs banks it off the back of the boards. Yoshi trying to sneak one through Gerard there. Now it's Miller with it. With two in front of him. Slows it down. Waits for the reinforcements. And now loose puck down low in the slot shot. Big save there from Gerard. Wranglers looking to keep their shape. Another dangerous situation. McPherson with it. Feeling the pressure from Koval. Koval. And now puck all the way through. Shot held on to by Gerard. Oh, we got a loose glove out onto the ice now. McPherson and Izzati on the faceoff here inside the Wranglers zone. And a shot, this one blocked in traffic, and looks like we got another water bottle off, and the net of Gerard being rocked again. Oh, we might need to get a dropped water bottle counter going here at the Budweiser bullpen. It's probably the third or fourth time so far tonight. Another face-off inside the Wranglers zone, and it's going to be a little bit of a slow-paced third period here. Probably more whistles than under. Oh, that's up! Oh, fell right at the foot of a fan. Like a souvenir for a fan. Zadi and McPherson tied up on the draw. Bollinger looking for a feed over to Domakiev. Excuse me, that's Estenev. Schaefer banks it off the glass. Jackalopes feeding this one into the corner. O'Rourke scoops up the loose puck. Dumped in by Estenev. Ford in pursuit. Gentler out onto the ice now to loose puck. Looking for Forden. Forden with a feed. Larson shot just a little bit wide there from Larson. Smith sending it back down low to Larson. Larson looking for an angle to work with. Jackalopes the other way. Looking to make use of the wings. Now Poe collecting the loose biscuit. Smith to Forden. Forden dumping this one into the zone. Back to Smith it goes. Smith unable to fully clear the zone. Jackalopes behind net, trying to sneak one through, and a bouncing puck scooped up. Jackalopes looking for a shot, kicked aside, and now we're going to get a whistle. We'll be getting a penalty here. Cruz Smith going to the box, 2 minutes. And this is going to be a big penalty to kill off for the Wranglers here now. Cruz Smith, 2 minutes for interference. Wranglers on the penalty kill. Hedquist sending this one all the way back down to Jones. Loveland into the zone. Has it poked away. Puricelli. Now Toms. Feed. Shot. And now saved by Gerard. Haggerty able to send this one back down behind the net of Jones. Jackalopes and Loveland looking for a cross-ice feed into the zone. They go looking for a shot. And a muff shot there. Loveland scooping up the loose puck. Feeds it on back to the point. Toms. Jackalopes looking for a pass. Puricelli shot and he scores. Nicholas Puricelli with his second goal of the night for the Jackalopes. .53 left in the third period. We're all tied back up. Wranglers controlling the faceoff. Poe to Gentler. Gentler with a great feed on over to shot sent high there by Larson. Chandler and Jacobs on the faceoff inside the Jackalope zone. Chandler winning at Fortin, sending it into the corner. Bo trying to keep this one in the zone. And Wranglers going to get called for offsides. Larson just touching that puck on his way out of the zone here. Bollinger to loose puck. Looking for a shot. This one blocked on the way in. And puck all the way down into the Wranglers' corner is icing's going to get waved away. Ogle looking to send this one up and out of the zone. And a bouncing puck. Izadi with it. Izadi the other way. He's got Bollinger. Izadi going down. And we're going to get a penalty on the Jackalopes. Giyoshi cannot believe it. His arms are up as he is just mystified. Well, now for the Wranglers, it's their turn on the power play here. McPherson and Miller on the faceoff. And we're going to get a redo of this one here. 13-11 left in the third period. And in a close game like this, special teams is going to be the name of the game. Wranglers going to have to look for their penalty kill to get. Well, net is off. That one almost went into the back of the net. But as I was saying, the Wranglers going to need their penalty kill to get just kind of shored up a little bit if they take another one. But right now, they got to make sure that their power play gets going, gets clicking. So far this season, Wranglers haven't had all that great of luck on the power play. Let's see if they do here. Smith with it. Has a goal here tonight, Resega. So Ogle. Ogle is looking for Resega. And now battle for this one in the corner. Miller sending it to Resega. Resega back down low to Miller. Miller shoveling this one around over to Smith. Smith feeds it down low. Smith to Ogle. Ogle. Resega. Miller. Back to Ogle. Ogle. Resega. And this one banking off the boards. Now Smith resetting it to Ogle. A little bit of give and go. Smith looking for a shot. This one blocked. Ogle keeps it in. Ogle looking for Resega. Resega looking for Miller. Decides against it. Now goes to Miller. Miller pass on over, was looking for Haggerty as it's cut out. A minute remaining of a power play for the Wranglers. Resega to loose puck. Jackalopes, they want to get a change. Wranglers, they want to change in their power play unit as well. 12 minutes left in the third. Esnev with it. Esnev into the zone. Pivots. Azadi feeds it on over to Schaefer. Schaefer surveys. Goes down low. Gentler. Esnev to Schaefer. Schaefer looking to feed it to Azadi. Azadi back to Schaefer. Keeps it in at the blue line. This one off of a stick. And now Thomas with it. Thomas slows it down. Gentler cuts this one out. Wranglers only with 13 seconds left of a power play. Can Gentler get something going here? Gentler down low into the corner behind net. Was looking for a wrapper on Esnev with it. Wranglers, one last ditch effort. Shot. Blocker save there from Jones. Scooped up. Puck into the corner. Jackalopes kill this one off. 11:06 left in the third period. Free. A loose puck left in the face-off circle. Jackalopes the overway with it. Lamar looking for a shot and gloved up now by Gerard. We've got a face-off now inside the Wranglers zone here with 10:55 remaining in the third period. Baricelli and Miller on the face-off here inside the Wranglers zone. Jackalopes looking to reset this one on back. And this puck's going to stay in barely. Hedquist tying up Baricelli. Barry having to leave the zone. Fortin in pursuit. Fortin almost stealing this one away. And this one's going to go out of play into the mesh netting. Well, we're going to get a immediate timeout as well, so we'll be back in just a second. Zadi and Baricelli on the face-off in the neutral zone. Zadi winning this one. Poe feeding it on over to Smith. Esnev taps it down. Brings it into the zone, into the corner. Esnev behind net. Pivots. Looking for some support. Nobody there. Wranglers wanted to keep their shape, not overcommit. Now Barry with it. Jackalopes. Into the zone they go. Smith getting a piece of this one. Now bouncing puck. Bollinger scoops it up. Has Azadi on the opposite wing. Sends this one around the boards. Jones out of his net. Barry hangs onto it. A little bit of a dump and change here, as well as dump and chase for the Jackalopes. Jacobs scooped up the loose puck. Looking for a feed on overshot, and the Jackalopes will score and go up 4-3. Caden Giyoshi with the goal here. And that one teed up by Nicholas Arrington. Jacobs with it. Puck left in. Larson with it. Looks for a shot just a little bit wide. Ogle down low. High net. Wranglers looking for a feed. This one cut out. Jackalopes the other way. Sending it on to Girard, and Girard's going to hang on to this one here. 9:09 left in the third period. Jackalopes taking a 4-3 lead a moment ago off the Caden Giyoshi goal. McPherson running the face-off shot and held onto now by Girard. McPherson and Miller on the face-off inside the Wranglers zone. Well, they're telling McPherson to leave the face-off circle here. Krasowski having to take it for the Jackalopes instead. Smith and the Wranglers looking to tie this one on and back up. Puck into the corner. Haggerty to it. Haggerty getting some help from Resega. Resega looking for a lane to work with. Haggerty looking to toss it down low. Miller getting to this puck first. Bouncing puck on the net. Now Poe keeping this one out of the zone for the moment. Now Eastbrand's looking for feed on over. Blocked by Haggerty. Tom scoops up the loose puck in his own zone. Smith occupying his man, Poe. Going to reset the Wranglers. Puck turned over. Toms feed down low. Shot kept out by Girard. Wranglers looking for a feed. And now a fumbled puck. Miller in pursuit. Barry hangs on to this one, slows it down. Wranglers looking to go for a change. Zowdy out on the ice now. 7:56 left in the third period. And with time dwindling, the Wranglers got to start to challenge here a little bit behind net. Barry. And we're going to get a whistle here for offsides. Jackalopes controlling the face-off here. Puck all the way down on the net of Girard. Scooped up O'Rourke. Esnev banks it off the glass. Jackalopes back with it. Looking for a feed down low into the slot. Twigs tied up. O'Rourke looking to send this one up. Bollinger with it. Bollinger waiting for some support. Wranglers going for a change. Larson keeps this one in the zone. Ogle having to retreat alongside the rest of the Wranglers. 7:02 left in the third period. Wranglers find themselves down a goal now, looking for an answer, looking for a way back. Larson to Ogle. Ogle on the wings, Gentler tossing this one into the corner. This one's going to go all the way back down into the Wranglers zone, and we will get an icing here now with 6:41 left in the third period.
Be sure to visit the customer service booth to purchase your ice skating wristbands and have a chance to skate on the same ice as your Amarillo Wranglers.
Purcell and Miller on the face-off here inside. The Wranglers looking to get that game-time goal here. Offense's on draw. Maybe just what they need, but it's Jackalopes with the puck now. Matire into the zone looking for a pass on over. Resega sends it to Miller. has Haggerty. Picks out Haggerty. Haggerty sends it into the zone. Haggerty tossing it back. Resega feeding it down low. Haggerty side up. Now Matsar banking off the glass. Wranglers having a reset in their own zone here. Puck's going to fizzle out. No icing. Ogle looking for a quick feed. Dumped into the corner by Miller. Wranglers looking to go for a quick change. 5:55 left in the third period. And icing waved away, so Girard's going to hang on to this one here. Jacobs and Azadi on the faceoff inside the Wranglers zone. Azadi with it. Toms from his own zone feeds it up to Gyoshi. Gyoshi weaving his way through, looking for a feed on over, and a shot off the bar and up into the mesh netting behind the net of Girard. Face off on the blocker side of Girard here in just a second. 5:31 left in the third period. Gentler and Jacobs on the face-off inside the Wranglers zone here. Gentler winning this one. Gentler tied up. Now puck tossed on over by Gyoshi. Feeds it on back to the blue line. And Jackalopes looking for a shot down low. This one sent wide. Barry and a fumbling puck here, and going to get a whistle for a hand pass here. Face off inside the Wranglers zone here. 5:13 left in the third period. Wranglers needing one to tie this one on up. McPherson and Miller on the face off here. Puck tied up, scooped up, Haggerty. Haggerty into the zone, finds Resega. Resega looking for a shot, and it's kept out by Jones, a bouncing puck. It's a good look there from Resega. Now Smith ensuring that the icing does get called now with 4:57 left in the third. Face off inside of the Jackalope zone here now. A quick shot on the face-off there for Haggerty. Held on to by Jones. Jackalopes looking to go for a change in personnel out here. Wranglers electing to do the exact same. Bollinger, Estenev, and Azadi out onto the ice. Smith and Poe, the defensive duo out there on the ice for the Wranglers. And Estenev was looking for a quick shot. Azadi feeding it down low to Bollinger. Bollinger looking for Estenev. Estenev take it down, not enough to draw any kind of whistle from the officiating crew. Now Azadi getting a piece of this one, and Jackalopes sending it down low into the corner. A big hit there. A little bit of a scrum for this one. Now Thomas turns it aside. Bollinger chipping this one into the corner. Wranglers looking to go for a quick change. A little bit of a dump and change here for the Jackalopes. Girard with it. Feeds it on over. Pass intended for Resega. Cut out. Jackalopes weaving their way through. And they fan on the shot there. Loose puck in the corner. Loveland trying to get to it first. Haggerty battling him on the wings. Puck into the zone. Miller getting a piece of it. Haggerty having to retreat, just dump this in. Delayed offsides, waved away now. 3:40 left in the third period. Wranglers need one to tie this one on up. Puck all the way down ice. Icing's going to get called with 3:36 left in the third period. Chandler and Peruselli on the face-off. Bouncing puck scooped up by the Jackalopes. Tom's looking for a feed on over. Schaefer steering this one into the corner. Peruselli fighting for it. Puck on the blue line. Peruselli having to retreat. Jackalopes looking to reset. Barry with a quick feed into the Wranglers zone. 3:13 left in the third period. Schaefer to the puck. Finds Larson. Larson sends it on into the corner. Ford and in pursuit of Barry. Jetler sending it around the net. 2:55 left in the third period. Puck into the corner. Gyoshi trying to get to this puck first. Sends it on back. Rusega trying to shovel it out. Jackalopes repositioning. Toss back to the blue line. Puck behind the net of Gerard. Now Jackalopes still with it. 2:35 left in the third. Now Jetler trying to send this one up and out. Gyoshi keeping it in down low. Gyoshi behind the net. Schaefer trying to steer him far and wide. Rusega with it. Rusega looking to turn on the afterburners. Rusega into the zone. Rusega behind the net. Looking for a lane. Fed on back to Ogle. Ogle looking for a shot. This one blocked off a skate in traffic. Now puck all the way into the corner. Gerard retreating into his crease. Richards looking for a feed and a shot. Pops the bottle, but it's on the side netting. McPherson with it. 1:52 left in the third period. Wranglers need one to tie it up. Miller scoops up the puck. Looking for Rusega. Rusega met by two, but feeds it to Bollinger. Bollinger into the zone. Having to steer away from this one. Support now arriving. O'Rourke scoops it up. Gerard looking to the bench. Wranglers chipping this one. Gerard unable to go to the bench. Wranglers just now controlling the puck, but now they got to get back. Blown tire there. Now O'Rourke. And the Wranglers unable to just hang on to this puck. Gerard is looking to go to the bench. Forced out of the zone. Esenev and Hedquist now with it. Gerard looking. Gerard's going. 1 minute remaining in the third period. Wranglers extra attacker out there. Izzati in the corner. Izzati looking for some support. Wranglers need one to tie it up. Thornton trying to hop out. Puck behind the net into the corner. 45 seconds left. Ogle to Schaefer. Schaefer scores! Ty Izzati! Ty Izzati ties it on up with 40.6 seconds left in the third period. Well, we're clearing the Stars off the ice here really quickly. Ty Azadi with the goal. Lucas Schaefer and Ethan Ogle with the assists. .6 seconds left in the third period. We're tied up at 4 apiece. Miller and Jacobs on the face-off here. Miller with it. Miller. Jones out of his net. Feeds it off to Barry. 25 seconds remaining in the third period. Smith to Miller. Miller. And now, Gentler tying his man up. Miller to the puck. It's in the corner now with 15 seconds. Miller cutting this one out at the blue line. Well, time's starting to dwindle here. Well, folks, we are going to OT. We started late. We started late tonight. It's a 7:14 puck drop. We didn't start till like almost 7:30. Oh, OT 3-on-3. Yoshi Jacobs and Ishbarantz the free for the Jackalopes. And probably the predicted free. Those three have had two really good games so far this weekend. And for the Wranglers, it's Miller, Schaefer, and Haggerty. Here we go. It's time for OT hockey. 5 minutes on the board. Miller, Jacobs, center ice. Ishbarantz controlling the puck for the Jackalopes. Feeds it on over. Jacobs with speed. Steered aside. Big save from Gerard. Miller collecting his twig now. Wranglers, it's their turn with the puck on their twig. Schaefer hangs on to it. Bollinger out onto the ice now. Schaefer waiting patiently. Bollinger scooping it up. Bollinger with some speed. Bollinger into the zone. Looks for a shot. Off the bar and held on to by Jones. Well, you can hear the metal clanging from here. 4:17 left in overtime. Jetler, Azadi, and Cruz Smith out there for the Wranglers. McPherson is joined by Barry and Kruszkowski. Azadi winning it. Gentler hangs on to it. Gentler taken down, not enough to draw a penalty. Gentler having to get back now. Kruszkowski fed on over to McPherson. He's behind net. McPherson feeling the pressure from Azadi and Smith. Gentler wants to help out. Barry floating in close to this scrum. Well, the Jackalopes got in a shot. Big save there from Gerard. Gentler's with it. Gentler, he's got Azadi. Gentler into the zone. Slows it over. Just behind Azadi. Now Azadi looking to retreat. And this one caught in a skate. Now scooped up by Gentler. Gentler feeding it on back to Ogle. Wranglers looking to go for a change. Ogle pivots back into his own zone. Rusega out there with Bollinger. Ogle and the Wranglers with it with 3:14 left in OT. Rusega fakes the pickup. Ogle to Bollinger. Bollinger into the zone. And he's taken down. Fans want a call. They're not going to get it. .243 left in OT. Puck behind the net of Jones. Barry with it. Barry with some speed. Barry looks for a shot. A big save from Gerard! And this has got to be a penalty. Well, we're not going to get a penalty. Thought we were. I'm in disbelief as Gerard was sent flying in his own crease. Well, no penalty will be assessed. Wranglers fans thought they've had two so far that they should have had this OT. But we play on. Arrington and Azadi on the faceoff. Arrington controlling it. Tossing it back to Richards. Richards waiting. Man side up. Richards looks for a shot. This one blocked. Haggerty with it. Haggerty and the Wranglers with the puck on their twigs. 2:30 left in OT. Smith with it behind the net. Smith waiting. Smith looking to get something going. Has to reset it on over to Haggerty. Haggerty has it stolen away by Arrington. And now a great job there from Azadi to block that pass. Richards behind the net. Looking for a feed. Azadi looking to pressure Loveland. Sends it on back. 1:53 left. Kiyoshi looking for a shot. Gerard with a big save. And Gerard's got to hang on to this one now with 1:49 left in OT. Gentler and Jacobs on the faceoff here. Ogle with it. Ogle feeds it on over to Gentler. Gentler has Estenev. Picks out Estenev. Wranglers with a numbers advantage. It's Ogle with it. Ogle into the zone, and this one cut out on a skate. And now down ice, Gerard out of his crease. Banks it on over. Gentler has it cut out. And now Gentler the other way. Feeling pressure from Kiyoshi. Shoved off of it. Scooped up. Ogle down low. Gentler looking for a shot. Kept out. He's taken down. Goalie's down. Everybody's down. Toms with it. Toms looks for a shot. Held on to by Gerard. A big save from Charles-Antoine Gerard. 1:05 left in OT. Rusega and McPherson on the faceoff inside the Wrangler zone. Rusega winning this one. Schaefer popping this one onto the wings. Puck into the corner. Rusega having to turn on the afterburners. McPherson, excuse me, it's Krasowski with it. Schaefer looking for Bollinger. Has it poked away. Wranglers now up ice. Here goes Rusega into the zone. Rusega waits. Shot. And a blocker save there by Jones. Wranglers have to get back. Bollinger in a foot race. Esperance with it. Shot. A big save from Gerard. Schaefer, he's got daylight. A feed to Rusega. Rusega. Shot. just wide and high. How the Wranglers not scored? They've had so many good looks here. Bollinger resets it on back to Schaefer. 18 seconds left in OT. Bollinger with it. Bollinger into the zone. Bollinger through. Shot. Scores! Jake Bollinger! Boom, baby, Bollinger! Wranglers OT win! 10.2 seconds remaining in OT! Well, I tell you what, I love this even more because the pregame tailgate, you'll never believe who I ran into, his mom and dad. And they were so ecstatic to be here tonight. And they are even more ecstatic to see their son bury the OT game-winning goal. Oh, Wranglers Nation, do you believe? It was scary tonight. It was hectic. It was everything. But it is a Wranglers win. That, everybody, is the Wrangler way. Well, and again, I have to give a massive round of applause to the Odessa Jackalopes. They played another very good game here tonight, and they have a very good roster. I mean, I've been very impressed by Giyoshi, Jacobs, Arrington, McPherson. There's just a lot of talented guys on that Jackalopes roster. Obviously, they don't get the full 2 points. They still get a point here tonight, but you know, for them, they should be holding their heads up high. They played another really good game, and two great close games. And well, I tell you what, folks, tomorrow's going to be even more exciting. Now we'll have to see what's in store for us tomorrow. Well, Nicholas Pericelli with the third start of the night here. Cruz Smith, your second star of the night. Well, I'll give you one guess on who the #1 star of tonight is. Number 10, Jake Bollinger. Well, Jake Bollinger with some words at center ice following tonight's OT game-winning goal. Well, YouTube, I do apologize. I kept forgetting to change the score bug throughout the course of this one. You know what? You can't blame me because this one was just chaotic all the way through, so I had to be laser focused on the action on the ice. Wranglers YouTube audio listeners, thank you so much for tuning in.